What's up, guys? I'm Justin. I'm here with Brendan.
Hey!
And it is Nintendo's 125th anniversary. And to celebrate, we are playing 125 of the greatest Nintendo games ever made. This is Banjo-Kazooie, which I actually have an incredibly huge soft spot for.
Oh, yes.
It's worth pointing out that we are playing on an actual N64. We're not emulating this. We're not playing the updated 360 version or anything. This is...
Not even sure how this is working, to be honest.
Yeah, we had a heck of a time figuring out the capture setup. And I'm going to be honest with you, Brendan. Absolutely love this game. It's probably my favorite 3D platformer after Super Mario 64. But looking at this running on an actual N64 right now, it is a little bit rougher than it is in like my memory. Like my memories...
It is rougher, but playing it right now feels like platforming collectathon Nirvana.
Right, this is the game where it's obviously made by Rare, and the reason that this counts as a Nintendo game actually is Rare was still a second party at this time, so there is some confusion over what does or doesn't count as a quote-unquote Nintendo game, but that's why we're counting Banjo-Kazooie. This was before Donkey Kong 64 when they kind of went off the rails, and even Banjo-Tooie to some degree went a little bit off the rails. Like you had to collect the notes, you had to collect the mumbo tokens.
Notes, jiggies, eggs, and every character was just an object
Jinjos.
with a I love.
Yeah, we were joking about that earlier. How every single object, Rare's character design was just to put googly eyes onto everything.
Googly eyes.
And everything talks in a really funny way. The Jinjos go meep, meep, meep,
Oh yeah,
meep,
let's just
meep.
talk to this guy. Just like belches and like his entire dialogue is belching. I love it.
And when you run by, he goes. Absolutely love this game because I feel like it struck the right balance between sort of 3D platforming and like secrets and puzzle solving, and like each level felt like there was all these secrets to explore. And I actually didn't think about it when we chose this level, but this is the level that was sort of the crux of all the secrets in the entire game, come to think of it.
It had Shark Bait Island.
Yeah, it had Shark Bait Island, and it had the puzzle room where you could bash in the secret codes.
The Sandcastle secret room. I love that. And I love how the game actually let you find secrets, and you find the cheat code book.
Yeah.
And the cheat code book would give you cheat codes to input here.
Yep.
But like it would be very cryptic about it. And then even like the antagonist of the game, Gruntilda, she would yell at you for using the cheat codes.
I like how it's funny how in my head I remember this just being the gorgeous, most impressive, most visually impressive game I've ever seen. But now that we're sitting here playing it, like it's running at probably sub 20 frames per second.
Not the prettiest game by today's standards, that's for sure.
Can we actually get? It's embarrassing that I don't know this, but if you've already collected a Jigsaw piece, can you recollect it?
No, I think they don't show up.
Yeah, it's not like Mario 64
where
where
they're
you
clear
can get them again. Oh yeah, remember how terrifying the shark was here?
Oh jeez, you remind me, and now I have like a panic attack just thinking about like dun 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 dun.
It's the worst. And there's the one Jinjo.
I'm pissed off. I'll do it.
And I remember trying to get the 5 Jinjos in this stage.
And there's that one that was in the water.
Yeah, there's the one that's under the water, and he's also the most
here.
Devilish. Or there's another one that's under the water too, because he's right. Oh, this is where you start. Yeah, I was just gonna say he's right.
Oh no, not Snacker, not Snacker.
Get out of here. Oh, it's so scary.
Yeah, seriously.
And like like swimming in games is always like so awkward and terrible, and like you're trying to get away from them.
Yes.
Well done, well done.
Jinjo.
Do you want to try to? It's funny that we loaded up a 100% save file thinking it'd be good to run around, but we actually can't do any of the actual challenges. Do you want to try to run to the overworld or run to TikTok Wood a little bit?
Oh yeah, let's go around here. But yeah, I love how every stage had its own distinct music. Grant Kirkhope did an amazing job with the tracks.
The soundtrack to Banjo-Kazooie is, well, I was going to say it's half the reason to enjoy it, but there's plenty of reasons to enjoy this game, but it is one of the best.
Yeah, it's seriously like being able to go to Click Clock Woods.
Yeah.
Every iteration of like the fall.
I think I call it TikTok Woods. Click Clock Woods.
Yeah. Every iteration, like the fall, the summer, the spring, had its own little theme to it.
Yep.
Keeping it like, giving it its own like persona.
Yep.
Like you could close your eyes and you would imagine you're in a wintry little forest.
This game, sometimes it's hard when a game comes out to tell whether it's going to be special or not.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes you're like, yeah, you play it and you immediately know it's a special game. But the reason I know Banjo-Kazooie is a special game is that it's stuck in my brain all these years. Like, I haven't gone back to play it. You know, I don't hardly remember, but I remember Rusty Bucket Bay. I remember all the music. Like, I remember where all the secrets are in the overworld. Like, it just did something to my brain that stuck with me all these years.
Do you remember Mad Monster Mansion?
I don't remember that
one. It's the spooky level. It has like all like the skeletons and like this big mansion in the center. I would actually, I actually went and I used the theme for that level, and I would play it during Halloween on my porch, and it felt like you were going to a haunted house, and it was perfect.
I actually don't remember that stage. I remember Click Clack Wood and Rusty Bucket Bay and Treasure Trove Cove and
Freezeezy Peak is over here.
Yep, and Freezeezy Peak.
The stupid snowmen would throw laugh at you while they throw the things at you.
Yep, Marty Sleva and Freezeezy Peak is also a home of the game's other sort of notorious secret, the Ice Key.
Oh, yeah.
Marty Sleva and I have been talking for years about doing a best snow levels in games or best winter levels in games, basically because I want an excuse to write about Freezeezy Peak again.
Yes. That I would consider Click Clock Woods in the winter its own winter level.
I agree with that. What is your favorite part? What's your favorite thing about Banjo-Kazooie?
It would have to be Click Clock Woods. I mean, just from a standpoint of best level design, best music, it had its own, like, to get 100%. I mean, this was a collectathon's like nightmare and dream in one, because you have to go through so many things to get everything, and especially Click Clock Woods.
You have to go through it basically 4 times, right?
Or
do they count as separate?
There we go. Invincible Shield. Take that.
Yeah.
12 FPS.
Yeah, it's funny.
But yeah, to be able to get everything, all the 10 jiggies, all the Jinjos, all the notes,
yeah,
you'd have to go into 4 sections of this huge map.
Yep.
Which we're going to go into right now.
And they did the original N64 version didn't save your notes, and the Xbox 360 version did.
Yeah, it would go, your highest note score is this.
Yeah.
And you get to collect it all over again. Which is my favorite one? Let's go into summer one.
My favorite part about Banjo-Kazooie is it's got to be just exploring the overworld.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the best. Yeah, you're right. This was really good music.
There you go.
It's crazy, like, that level of, like, handcrafted care and attention. Like, each level felt like a distinct, different place. And they were all really different from one another.
So many good design elements went into this game, whether it was the musical choice, the dialogue was hilarious.
The dialogue was really funny. Grunty always, like, talked in these rhymes that were always awful, but, like, intentionally awful.
Yeah, and they would just do it to piss you off.
Yeah.
I loved it. And did you know the main theme when you're walking around her lair, it's actually based on a nursery rhyme?
I did know that, actually. I didn't find that out till years later.
Yeah, me neither. And someone was playing it, and I was like, wait a minute, that sounds familiar. You got some Banjo-Kazooie, didn't you? Like, no. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Nope, everyone accuses them of ripping off Banjo-Kazooie, but it's not. It's the other way around.
Yeah. Which is just a hilarious little, like, Easter egg in of itself.
We haven't really talked about Banjo or your actual character's moveset. And it's just great. Like, you're really versatile. Like, you have a lot of traversal options for how you want to get around. It's almost got a little bit of, like, a Metroidvania feel for it, where, like, before you can sort of you walk with Kazooie, you can't climb up the tall hills, and that's how they kind of gate off.
Yeah, and then they go like, oh, now you unlock like the big boots, where you can go across like the vines and the spiny stuff.
And it's just like clever design, because they could have just said, they do put the jigsaw doors too, but they could have just had doors and say, you can't go through this door yet. But instead they actually used some traversal options to give you a little bit more organic way to not be able to explore the world.
Yeah, I mean, as a collectathon at heart, they did a good job of saying, like, if you want to get further in the game, you gotta start collecting more of these notes.
All right, let's go. Let's wrap up here, but let's go talk to Mumbo first.
All right. Do you have any boots over there?
Yeah, he's underrated. Oh yeah, are there boots over there? Is he behind the?
Might have to make a jump for it. Oh, there they are.
Oh, there they
boots. Da-da-da-da-da.
It's just the game's so silly too, right?
Yeah.
Like with these silly boots, the whole thing's kind of like
silly
that.
boots, silly transformations. I think, and he gets transfer. If this is the right part, yeah, I think he's away. Good. He can transform into a bee.
Oh, is this the bee one?
Yeah.
And then the sequel,
fat pudgy bee with shorts.
The sequel had even sillier ones. I think that's the one with the washing machine.
Yeah.
There's more of that 10 FPS action. Banjo-Kazooie, in my opinion, one of the absolute. This might be the best non-like Nintendo in-house Nintendo, non-Mario 3D platformer.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I should put it that way.
Definitely. Platformer, collectathon, everything you can. There's a one up there.
one of the all-time greats. Remember, guys, we're playing Nintendo games sort of all month long for Nintendo's anniversary. So sort of take some trips down memory lane and watch more of these videos with us.
Share us your own memories of this game.
Yeah, and share your memories in the comments below. And remember that for all things Nintendo, you can keep it locked to IGN.